Hello, 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 family. Now listen, I am so excited to finally be getting back with you all. We have crossed over into the year of 2026. Hallelujah. It was nobody but God who made this possible. And although I rested, some of the first week, I was forced to rest in the second week because I had a cold, but I thank God for being a healer, right? Jehovah Rapha, he is, okay? Now, for those of you who do not know, my name is Jaquila, and I'm simply just a girl who loves the Lord so much that I have to share him with others. And I do it by way of these devotionals. Now, before we were calling it daily devotionals, but I realized that I wasn't showing up every day, so I didn't want to be misleading to the people. However, I am playing with some names, and I think I'm going to try Dose of Devotion. This is your Dose of Devotion with Jaquila. Now, these next few devotionals are going to be centered around the story of the three Hebrew boys. So let's go ahead and get into today's devotional, which I have pre-titled The Boldness to Stand. Now, I'm not going to read the entire verses, right, that I give you, but I'm going to give you the context, right, within those verses. So in Daniel chapter 3, verse 1 through 7, we find that King Nebuchadnezzar has built a statue. He has called for a statue to be built, right? In verses 1 through 7, the statue has been built, dedication has taken place, and instructions have gone forward. The statue has been built, dedication has taken place, and the instructions have gone forward. And the instructions were, at the sound of the music, the different instruments that are listed, that the people would bow to this structure, to this statue, right? But in verses 8 through 12, so Daniel chapter 3, verse 8 through 12, we find that the three Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? Abednego, they said, absolutely not. We will not bow to this statue. And moving on in verses 13 through 15, not only did the king position himself, right, ready to put them to the test, but he's also ready to put their God to the test. He's not only ready to test Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because he's like, hey, if you don't bow, then I'm going to throw you into the fiery furnace. Okay, so if you don't bow, I'm going to test you and I'm going to test your God, because we know that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had enough faith to believe that, hey, even if you throw us into this furnace, we will not bow. And not only will we not bow, but our God will come and see about us. And even if he doesn't, he's still God, right? He is still God, is the context to what they were saying. Is the devotional in a nutshell. From Daniel chapter 3, verse 1 through 18, they had the boldness to stand. They did not bow to the statue because they knew that there was only one God that they would bow to. They knew that despite what man threatened, that their God would come and see about them. And even if he didn't, he was still God. So stay tuned, you guys, for the next daily devotional. Go and read Daniel chapter 3, verses 1 through 18 for yourself. And yeah, come back for the next one. I'm excited about these devotionals and how I plan to go about the next few. This one is the boldness to stand. And after you read the story, even after listening to this devotional, I want to ask you, do you have the boldness to stand when the world is doing one thing, but God's way is another? Do you have the boldness to stand when the world is trying to tempt you and lure you, right, to bow to other gods, little g? Do you have the boldness to stand for God, big G? Do you trust that he will come and see about you? Can you say that even if he doesn't, he is still God? I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.